So today I wanted to do a video on the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters finally coming to console. A video I did a little while ago talked about how some of the best NES and SNES games still are not on Nintendo Switch, and Final Fantasy 1 through 6 absolutely counted as part of that, even though 2 is kind of a yikes. But we ignore that, okay, folks? But in all seriousness, I'm super duper glad the Pixel Remaster Collection is finally coming to Switch and PlayStation, but in my opinion, I have an Xbox, but I don't game on it too much. I only use it for exclusives and Game Pass, but it should be on Xbox. I mean, come on, like, how hard would it be to port over NES and SNES games remastered, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're coming to console in any aspect, but I really do think that they should be on Xbox as well. The price people have complained about, I do agree. Yes, the price is a lot. It's as much as they are on Steam in the bundle. However, like I said, I'm just happy that they're coming in general, because we've waited like a year and a half for these to come to console, and by the time they release, it will be like 2 years. And it's like, dear Lord, like, how did it take that long, you know? I'm hoping part of the reason why it took them so long to bring it to console was to fix the horrible font, because they used to have pictures on their website about the font, and now they don't. So I hope that means that they're actually fixing it. Because on console you can't really mod that. On PC you can, but not really console. So like that'd be great if they fixed that. So yeah, I do think the price is a bit much, especially if you bought it on the Square Enix website. It's $24 of shipping, so you're paying over $100 just for that. Like that. They're great games, don't get me wrong, but that's way too much money. Way too much. And funny enough, this is the only place where you could get a physical of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection is on the Square Enix website, which I think is dumb. And they're going to be extremely limited. It's just like, why? Like, what does it hurt printing these on a disc or a cart? Like, sure, it's going to cost you some money, but like, these games are iconic and they haven't been on modern consoles ever. So like, this is a pretty big deal. Last time they were on consoles was like PS3. So like, this is a pretty big deal, you know? And then we have the anniversary edition here, which is $260 plus that $25 tax. You're paying around, or shipping, not tax. Well, plus tax, you'd be paying over $300 probably. Which I also think is, I mean, the stuff is cool, you know, the figurines I'm all for, the handbook is cool, the anniversary box, that's cool, but like, I don't know, I wouldn't pay that much, you know, but to each their own, you know, if you want to get it, cool beans, you know, so, yeah, I mean, it comes with all this cool stuff, vinyl record set, character pixel art, and it's weird because the announcement that these games officially existed and pre-orders went up at like midnight, and then they sold out in like less than an hour. They came back up a little bit today. Wario64 tweeted about that. I recommend following him if you want to get this. But then it went away again in less than an hour this time. So it's just like, oh boy. You know, it's cool that it's getting a physical, because most people didn't really expect that, myself included, but like, at least have it at more shops than Square Enix store, or if it has to be just here, fine, then shipping should not be $24, and it should not be super duper limited. Like, why is it limited? I get an anniversary edition being limited, but the standard should not be. Like, come on now, like, this is a little ridiculous here, you know? So, I do think that that's kind of lame, too. So yeah, I really hope that they fix the font on this. Would be great. I'm glad these games are finally coming to console. My goodness gracious. In my opinion, these should have been out the same time as Final Fantasy VI released on PC and phones. Because, like, this took way too long to release on consoles. And it's not even all the consoles. It's 2 of them out of 3. No Xbox for some weird reason. I don't understand that. And I think it's dumb. Because if it could run on the Switch, it could absolutely run on the Xbox One, One X, or Series S or X, whatever. I hate the naming, by the way, very confusing, but you get my point. So, yeah, I will say, with these coming to Switch, we do have almost every single, I would argue, almost every single major NES and SNES game on Switch now. Finally, it took far too long, but we're finally there. The only thing missing for NES, in my opinion, as a major NES title, is Duck Hunt, but I don't really know how you would do the light gun on the Switch. They did it on the Wii U, but it would be cool if they remastered Duck Hunt or something. Just put it out to like do the light gun stuff, but actually on Switch. That would be dope. Here's hoping. So that's the one that we're missing on NES. And then SNES, we're missing Chrono Trigger, which is still stuck to phones and computers. If we're getting this on Switch and PlayStation, can we get Chrono Trigger on everything too? Like, come on now. Especially because Chrono Cross, the divisive sequel to Chrono Trigger, is on all platforms, no problem. So it's just like, if the divisive sequel is on here, why can't we get the first one that's beloved, you know? It's just like, come on now. And then the other SNES game we're missing is Mario RPG, which I don't know what's going on with that, because that was on Wii and Wii U just fine, but then on Switch it's not. Ideally, we get HD 2D remakes of Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG for the Switch. That would be dope. Let me tell you something, that would be great, because Live Alive, also a Super Nintendo game, got the HD 2D, and it looks fantastic. I love that game, by the way. But yeah, no, with this collection, we have almost every single major NES and SNES game. We're just missing 2 major SNES games and 1 major NES game that I don't really know how they would get to work on Switch. So we basically got all NES covered at this point, which is great. It's about time. It took way too long. So, yeah, these were just kind of my off-the-cuff thoughts of the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster collection. You know, great that it's coming, great that it's a physical, good stuff, a bit pricey, limited release is lame, should be on Xbox too, and hopefully they fix the fonts. But other than that, I'm happy that they're finally on consoles, as they should be. They got their start on consoles, so why wouldn't they be, you know? It was always so bizarre to me that these were PC and mobile for the longest time. Like, what is happening? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thanks for watching.